Hi, my name is Zach Breeding. I live in Brooklyn, New York, and I've been a professional chef for about 6 years. I've been in the food service industry since I was about 12. I worked in many restaurants, hotels, and went to culinary school in Philadelphia back in 2003, and actually recently received my registered dietitian licensing earlier this year. I opened a catering business about 5 years ago that was really successful in Philadelphia, and so when I moved to New York, I brought it here with me, and it's also been a great success here as well. As a chef and registered dietitian, my food philosophy is pretty clear. I think that food should be great tasting and good for you, and in doing so, in achieving that, I think that people are more likely to be in a healthy eating plan and have a great healthy lifestyle when the food that they're eating is not only good for them but also tastes really good. So what I'll be making for today is inspired by the fact that we're approaching the holidays with so many holiday parties and family gatherings where there's so many different mayonnaise-based salads, especially potato salad is one of them. So I'll be taking a recipe from my book, The Slice Plan, which I wrote earlier this year, and making a beet, walnut, and potato salad, which has no mayonnaise, but is a great replacement for a mayonnaise-based potato salad that is full of nutrition and full of flavor and great for any holiday or family party. So this recipe takes about an hour, and so the first thing you have to do is get the beets ready. The easiest way to operate with beets, for me, is by cutting it in half, with the skins left on, nothing fancy about this at all. Putting it in some aluminum foil with some olive oil. Rub that around, and then closing up the packet and putting it in the oven. So now the beets are in the oven, let's talk about beets real quick. It's full of beneficial qualities that promote heart health and have a ton of other great benefits for the body. But they also are high in folate and manganese. But let's not forget the beet greens. They're great for grilling, they're great for making salads, they're great to chop up and put a little garlic and olive oil and make a little side dish. Beet greens are also high in nutrients and something that should not be forgotten when you buy such a great vegetable. The next component of this dish is potatoes. Now, you may think that an hour for the time period that it takes to make this dish might seem long, but after you make the potato salad with the mayonnaise, you would have to put it in the refrigerator anyway to allow it to rest. So the time it takes to cook the potatoes and the eggs, mix all the ingredients and let it to rest, this salad's already done and on the table. So the time differential is not really a component here. So the potatoes I've already cut. You can use fingerling potatoes, or you can use a potato medley, which I did here, and I cut into eight size wedges that I'll just toss with some olive oil, a little salt, and a little pepper. So now we're going to put the potatoes in the oven, and the oven's set at 400 degrees. So the potatoes are done, and they're golden brown, as you can see. They're beautiful. So let's go on to the beets. They are finished. I halved them so they cooked faster. They've already been peeled, and I just used a paper towel to rub on the outside. So all we're going to do is we're going to cut these into similar cubes or wedges to go along the size of these potatoes. They're a little bit warm still, so I'm going to use a fork to guide my way. And I'm going to cut them into wedges just so they more match the size of the potatoes and the shape. So I'm going to do this for all of the beets and just toss them together. So the beets are now with the potatoes, and the tarragon, they're all in the bowl hanging out. Now I'm going to take some chives. You want about the same amount of tarragon that you used, or chervil, about 2 to 3 tablespoons. I went with about 2, so we're going to go with about 2 tablespoons of the chives. Minced pretty fine. You don't want to get a big taste of onion in your mouth, so I'm just going to chop these pretty small. One of the beet's best friends is red wine vinegar. So I have about 2 tablespoons here of red wine vinegar that I'm going to go ahead and pour in. That's going to really bring out the color in the beets and give some acidity to the entire dish. After all, it is a potato salad, so we're not adding mayonnaise, but we're going to add a little bit of vinegar just for some flavor. I like to add a little bit of extra olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, just to make a little bit of a vinaigrette with that red wine vinegar. Season it up with a little salt, a little pepper. Go ahead and add the walnuts. I have about 3/4 of a cup of chopped walnuts here. They can be halved, they can be more fine, however you like them. I like them in pretty big chunks, so they're chopped pretty large. So I'm going to go ahead and pour that in there. If someone's allergic to nuts, obviously you want to forego the dish because you never know. There are a lot of nut allergies out there, so paying attention to that is very important. Now let's go ahead and plate this up. So we have our beet, walnut, and potato salad here. What a great substitution for potato salad. That's my recipe. It's a great substitution for a fatty, not so nutritious dish. And here we have one that's packed with nutrition and packed with flavor and very colorful, perfect for the holidays. Thanks very much.